Hey guys, and Shadolance back for another review. Today I'm going to be doing the FRF2 for the second time. I know I've already done this review. This is the last review that I will be doing a number 2 of in my list of, well, if you were to go chronologically for the order that the first reviews of it were put out. The FRF2 is the latest one. Not saying that I'm not going to do any more number 2 reviews, guys. I mean, there's a lot more that I need to do secondary reviews on. But the FRF2 will be the last in the series, theoretically. Not to say it'll even be released last. It's just, if you were to line up all the ones that I did reviews of in the first place, this was the last one on the list, because I actually did this review last year in the spring, I think. So it's not the most outdated review, but it used my old style of review, which I didn't really think I wanted to use very much. It was like a montage style, and I didn't think that went very well, so that's why I'm redoing a lot of these reviews. And also the gameplay on them wasn't particularly great, because I wasn't particularly Commodore savvy at that point in time, so I think I will be redoing these reviews. So let's hop in with the stats. Damage of 100, portability of 46, rate of fire of 16, accuracy of a whopping 98, and recoil of 65. So even statistically, the recoil is pretty low for a sniper. The accuracy 98 makes it higher or equal to the PPG-1 Pro and 1 point higher than the DSR-1 Subsonic. So it is an absolutely fantastic rifle by the stats. The one downside of this, also actually I want to mention real fast, has an ammo capacity 10 of 20, and you can equip an extended magazine to this, so you can have a whopping 14 shots per magazine. That is fantastic, for no better way to put it. This is probably going to be one of the best close-range quick-scoping snipers in the game, given the accuracy and the damage and all that nice jazz. However, there's one downside to this gun. Its damage is only actually at around 102 or 103, so it's actually pretty easy to tank. A lot of people long range, even light vesters, can tank this gun at long ranges. Light vesters and recon vesters, it's not that hard to tank this gun at long range. However, this gun is basically, if you were to take an M24 and a, what's another good gun? A Tango, and you put them together. If you are good with the Tango and you know how the gun works and you're proficient with it, this gun is going to be your best friend. It has the same kind of accuracy to it, very, very nice, and the same kind of tankability. So close range, it's almost always going to be a nice, one-shot kill. However, longer ranges, even though the damage is 100, the damage drop-off is worse than the Tango, so even the Tango is going to be a one-shot kill just about as often as this gun, because if I'm correct, the Tango has a 98 damage or something close to that. So that's the reason that it's going to be a little bit off there. Rate of fire is 16, so that's higher than the L9 series, the whopping 5 points higher, so that also helps with the quick scoping on this gun. Portability is 46, so it's relatively portable. It's not the most portable sniper in the game, but it's pretty good in comparison to a lot of other guns like the M107. So just depends on what you want to think about it. It is the standard $30, $29,990 NX, or $29,900 NX, so basically $30. Now just a few other small things about the game. The game with the gun. I'm looking at the wiki right now, and there are a lot of things that are wrong with the wiki. First of all, the popularity is not average, as they say. This gun is a very underused gun. Why? I have no clue. I think part of the reason might be the M200 scope. People don't typically like that kind of scope for any kind of reason at all. It's not particularly amazing for quick scoping, and it's kind of hard to judge where the bullet's going to hit long range. However, I personally like the scope, so I mean, that's my opinion, but just in general, this gun is, like, vastly underused, so the popularity of average is not accurate at all. Second, so it says that it has a muzzle brake, and while it has a muzzle brake, what that normally entails is that you cannot equip a suppressor to this gun. However, you can. A suppressor and magazine can both be added to this weapon, obviously not a scope, it's already got one of those. Hate to break it to you, you can't put your ACOG scope on this. Actually, now that I think about it, that's one thing I would love if Commodores would be able to let you put on snipers. Like in Call of Duty, you can put on ACOG scopes, and it makes quick scoping so much easier. It just, oh my gosh. I remember when Modern Warfare 3 came out, that's just what I kind of rolled with all the time. So that first game on Costa Recon was with the same people that I'm playing the Bloodbath Bazaar gameplay with. Same people. However, I don't do as well. I mean, not that I don't do as well, but they had some new people come into the room, and they were a little bit more skilled than the previous set, so I won't be exactly going 15-1 again, but the score is still pretty good. I think I do believe I go at least 2.0, so it is a good game, and I get a lot of really nice quick scopes. This gameplay is going to show you the best to do with the quick scoping capabilities of this gun, so please keep an eye on this if you're looking at this gun for quick scoping. Long range, I would recommend other guns though. While this is a good gun for headshots, it's almost guaranteed a headshot if you get the marker right on where it's supposed to be. I believe the bullet hits right at the very tip of the little red triangle, so you need to put the little tip of that triangle right on their face, and you will get the headshot, so as long as you aim right. The spread recovery on this gun is pretty good. It's not like the Tango or the M24. It's very, very fast. It's almost to that point, but it's not quite as fast. So that's why a lot of people would still prefer the Tango, on top of the fact that the Tango is GP, despite the fact that even for GP it's very expensive. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Tango stats, actually, and compare those. Tango 51, I do believe it's called. Let's take a look at the stats on this gun in comparison. So the Tango 51 has a 5 of 25, so it has the same 30 shots, just a different allocation of the ammunition. Yeah, you get this at like a Captain 3 or 4. Yeah, it's Captain 3, my bad, I was just taking a look at that. Yeah, it's Captain 3. So it does have a pre-attached scope, obviously. The scope is not the same as the FRF2. It has the L9 scope, that 3x scope, which is great for quick scoping. I prefer that one for quick scoping. It's useful, but it has that whopping 1400 GP cost per day, so that can also just, you know, knock people off. But if you're a really big quick scoper and you're not a fan of the L9 series, consider going with the combination of Tango 51 and this gun if you're high enough rank to purchase the Tango. Otherwise, if you're looking for NX snipers to go ahead and compare that with, the M200 Gile is excellent, and so is the, well, obviously the FRF2. And, I mean, honestly, the L9 Arctic Wolf is the only other one I would recommend, but if you're not planning on going with the L9 series, then I would say this gun and the, the M200 Gile. Those are excellent guns. If you look at my dual review on the M200 and M200 Gile, you'll see why. But if you're looking for GP snipers that aren't too horribly high rank and you're not an L9 series fan, and whenever I talk about this in this review about quick scoping, assume I'm not talking about the L9 because, that's kind of obvious. L9s are great for quick scoping, and it's about all they're useful for, in all honesty, but just assume I'm not talking about those for a second. Anyway, so the Tango 51 and the M200 would be a great combination. The TPG-1, not the NX one, is actually great for quick scoping. I have never been a fan of the Pro for quick scoping. I don't see why it works. It just doesn't seem to work for me. But now I was going to compare the stats on the Tango to the FRF2. So the Tango does have a damage of 98. I was right about that. The portability is 44 in comparison to the FRF2's. I'm just going to call it the FR. The FR is 46 portability, so 2 points higher. Rate of fire is 10 to 16, so the FR... I can't speak. It's so weird. It's hard to say this gun's name, FRF2. It's a British sniper, and of course they came up with a crappy name. But anyway, nothing against the Brits, but they don't exactly come up with the most creative names for guns. Anyway, has a 10 to 16 ratio, which is not good. It's 6 points higher on the FR. And then the accuracy is 98, and I do believe the other one's 98 as well. Yes, both are 98. And then the Tango has a recoil of 63, although it doesn't matter because it's a bolt-action sniper. So statistically, the FRF2 is better, but the Tango has, and also the fact that the FR has the 10 shots per mag by default, which is also really nice. Also, the FR does have a faster reload rate than the Tango. So in general, the FR is basically just a better version of the Tango. Although the downsides to it are the scope. I don't prefer it for quick scoping, although it does help long range when aiming for headshots. And also the damage drop-off on the FR is not as good as the Tango, despite the fact that the Tango has the lower damage. So the damage drop-off on the FR is actually worse. So you just need to be careful when you're talking about that. I don't really have a whole lot more to say about the guns. Let's see. Maybe I can read the description. Do they have a description for it? Yes, they do. The weapon evolved from the French MAS-36 sniper, bringing it a long and storied history. It has the wealth of modern attachments available for it, but keeps the tried-and-true bolt-action loading. Well, although the description says it's a French MAS-36 sniper, I've actually looked this gun up before. It is a British sniper. It is not a French sniper. Even though it was based off of a French sniper model, apparently. I'm not sure how true that is, because Common Arms doesn't exactly match things world for world exactly, but it is actually, yeah. Let's see, we're also expecting to see this gun on sale for Black Friday. I don't know if this review will go up before then. I'm basically making a lot of reviews this week, a lot of videos actually. I'm finally able to get good internet connection where I can make some SL versus the world videos, so I think I'll have 2 or 3 of those coming out, if they're not already out. I think I might put this review up before those. And then I also have, I'll probably be putting up one of those a week or so. And then I also have the clan wars that I did this week with my clan. They went pretty well, so I decided I would make a few videos, and I think those turned out rather well, in my opinion. So I'll be putting those up too. I'm trying to think of anything else that might be useful about this gun. I guess it would be nice to know that it's relatively small on screen. It's not exactly an M200 or a M107 just taking up your entire screen, so that's useful. This is actually a pretty good gun. Overall, if I had to just say whether I would buy this gun or not, if you're a quick scoping person or you're just not a fan of the L9, I would give this gun a shot. Use the Tango, and if you get used to the Tango and you like the Tango, this gun would be great. Whenever I go into a competitive quick scoping match, I usually take my Black Magnum in this gun right here, or my L9 6A1 Gile in this gun. I almost never go into a quick scoping match without this because it has the 10 shots per magazine, which is incredibly useful. And also, I think I did forget to mention that the no-scoping spread is actually very small, so it's incredibly useful for no-scoping if you guys like no-scoping. But the downside is that you have to remember that you have to be pretty close to them. So not only is that kind of a redundant statement for no-scoping, but just in general when using this gun, try to be closer, even though it's kind of a hybrid gun. I wouldn't use it for medium range because people have the chance to tank. I would use it for long range on Kill Creek to aim for headshots, but I would also use it for incredibly close range for quick scoping and no-scoping because it's useful for that. So it's incredibly hard to judge where you would use this gun, but you just gotta know your map. And if you think this gun would be useful to you, I think it would be useful to it too. Let's see. I guess a couple of interesting facts that might or might not interest you. The M200 is the FRF2 is the only other gun besides the ZVI Falcon currently to have the scope that it does. Yep, a lot of these little trivia facts or things I've already said. I don't really see any other particularly amazing facts about this gun that might be interesting for you guys to know, so I'm not going to mention anything else. My screen is going black again. There we go. Okay, cool. Well, I don't have a whole lot more to say about this gun. I'm sorry I don't have an endless list of facts to tell you guys. I do have a montage coming out very soon, and actually I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently. It's going to be one montage, but it's going to have like 3 or 4 different versions. So it's going to have different music, different order of the clips, and different editing. So it's going to be the same clips, but different montages, and I think it's going to look pretty cool when I'm done. I have a couple of guys helping me on it to get it all done in time. My last montage went very well, so I figured I would go ahead and put out another one. Other than that, I think I'm going to cut this audio a bit short. There will be a little bit of silence here at the very end, but I don't really have anything else to say, and it's getting awkward, so thank you guys for watching this. Please rate, comment, subscribe. You guys have done a great job of that so far, and yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I hope you'll keep watching. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers recently, so I hope I'm able to entertain you guys as well. Thank you, and I will see you guys in the next review, I'm sure. Shadolance out.
You know what? Given the intelligence of the people who watch this show, this is probably a good thing to teach. Because my guess is when they're not trying to operate heavy machinery with their butt cheeks, they're probably trying to do something stupid like this. I mean, what else could you possibly teach that would be as stupid as that?
Even you can learn something from a sloth.
Fuck this show!